She tried to do the electric slide on her 100th birthday. But my brother and them went and turned her loose. And even though she said a few choice words, I ain't gonna tell you, but that was just her. After May Catherine Moore, hey, you better be glad that switch didn't get you from Mary Catherine Moore stepping in her flowers. You know what I'm saying? So I respect flowers. This is my granddad. He was born in Marion, Alabama. My mom was too. They played kerosene ball because they didn't have no street lights. And you had to catch the ball because they lit the ball on fire. So when he threw it to you, if you didn't want your clothes to catch on fire, the way my mom told it, you was gonna catch it and you was gonna get that man out at first base. So that's what they did. But then the legend was he had to go from Marion. He had to go quickly because of some of the stuff that happened to his brother. And you know this Benson retaliated. Okay. So he had to run. He had to leave. And my mom said he left her with his mama. Okay. But when his mom died, you know, they were looking for him to come one day, and he had already got there and left by way of the water. So Bensons are strong. They mean what they say. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to bluff them. Because this woman here, she'll call your bluff. She did not care what she said. And if it hurt you, oh well. Then don't come to her like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And sister, baby, y'all mom, back at you. Y'all mom. And y'all mom, back at you. You gotta know what you got. Your dad, know what you got. All right.
My name is Florence Underwood Patton. This is my husband, Wilson Parker Patton. They call him Baldhead. My nickname is BB, and what Mary just said, you almost made me start to cry. But that's my father, Willie Underwood, and he's 86 years old. My mom is Rosie Underwood Taylor, and my grandmother was named Florence Underwood. Her husband was John Underwood. I'm named after my grandmother. My name is Florence. And her mother was named Catherine Moore. And I just want to say that it's a blessing to be here. I am from Alabama also. And it's just a blessing to be here at a joyous occasion.
My name is Nadine Pitcher Murkison. I'm married to Darryl Murkison, who's over there. The host with the most. And that's my daughter Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
I actually been in this family for 35 years. Darryl and I have been married for 35 years. We're here. I'm from Massachusetts. He's from Alabama. We met in high school. And we've been together a long time. Anyways, throughout the years, I've been to Alabama. We've been to Ohio for a family reunion, and every time I go, I have a great time. And I feel proud to say that I'm related to the Murkison, Moore, Underwood, Benson names.
Hey, I'm glad to meet everybody. I am Corey's wife, and these are my kids. Right. I am from Belsom, Alabama too. And guarantee when me and Corey got together, my mother made sure that we were no kid, okay? I had to go down the list of folks. So no, we were family, of course. Yeah, I'm from Pie Shop, so it's just nice meeting everybody. And y'all had me on this plane ride my first time. I was scared.
father I'm with it. I married daughter. To the family, it's good to have a family on both sides that love you. I have been in the family. I have not had one side of the family say anything to me out of the way. And all of them love me. I love all you guys too. So that's all I had to say.
All right. My name is Alex Murkison. I live here in Lynn. And my mother is Catherine Murkison. And as my sister stated before, she's in a nursing home now, but we're going to get her out. So y'all going to meet her. Y'all going to meet her at some point in time. My grandmother was Florence Underwood. And those are my aunt and my uncle, Uncle Willie, and my auntie May Rose. Okay, so I am from Lynn. I grew up in Lynn, but I was born in Bessemer, Alabama. So if you try me, I say I'm from Bessemer, Alabama. So that's where I'm from, Bessemer, Alabama. And it's good to see everybody here.
Okay, I have a few names myself. So, my name is, now I'm calling myself Minerva, the way it's spelled, because I keep getting so many So, Minerva, but it's Minerva Michelle Akers. And that's my mother, Mary Rose Akers, my brother, Arthur Akers, and my Uncle Willie.
And your auntie?
Not him, huh? Oh, sorry. Auntie Henrietta Cooper. And it comes down, the branch is Catherine Benson, Florence Moore Underwood, then Mary Rose Akers. Mary Rose Akers. Okay, and I'm born and raised in Lynn, Massachusetts. And I'm named after Minerva Parker. That's my aunt, my mother's auntie. Little Peaches. She was so sweet, they said. And I'm 51 years old.
Because people will make stuff up on you, all right? But when you can go back and talk about your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your mother, everybody told you, can't tell me that. My mother, my father already told me who my family was and what they did. So that strengthens yourself, all right? So I'm happy to see everybody here today. And we can learn a little bit from one another. And there's always some stories there that's going to give us some knowledge about ourselves. It's always something that slipped through the cracks somewhere. And you're going to say, I didn't know that. Auntie such and such told me that. Uncle such and such told me that. Now I know. And I'm saying those things because when we first started to have a family reunion was back in like 1996 when we had the first one. And I remember some of the names that come up here. Julia May Lee came up. I talked to her on the phone. I got letters from them, Julia May Lee and Louise Benson Jones. Cumberland, Kentucky. I got their handwritten letters, and that means a lot to me. Because people don't even write no more. You got all these different emails and things like that, but now it becomes a family heirloom, a document, all right? A handwritten letter from one of my great aunts. All right, so God bless them all. They're not here, but even I had a chance to talk to James Madison Benson on the phone. They call him Cut Matt. I talked to him on the phone, giving me information, all kinds of stuff. I got stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now because nobody knows what tomorrow's gonna bring, right? I got some notes from all of them. They're at my house in a yellow notebook. On my shelf, I wrote all these different things down. I wasn't able to even get them in the book, all right? But there's so many different things that are there. It's valuable. And that's why I went over to this table over here and tried to find out the names of these young kids right here. Because at some point in time, again, time goes by like this. These young boys and young girls that are in here right now, they're gonna remember me standing up here. I might have said, they're gonna be grown men. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, I remember y'all was at the family reunion, all right? And they're gonna remember the same thing about y'all, but that's how time goes by. And people have things to offer, all right? Just going back, I'm not gonna recap the whole family history. When we did this, I was doing some digging, and what I was able to come up with is I contacted some family members down in Bessemer, Alabama, and Birmingham, and they told me, in their family lineage they were doing, they got a lot of information from the census, and that's how we were able to go back, and it's chronicled in that book there, where Jim and Frances Nays started all of this, that little ripple effect, all right? Jim Nays was born in Alabama in 1844. And Mary Jane was born in 1841. Now, if you know your history, Emancipation Proclamation was 1862. They were slaves, all right? So they were born back in that time. So Jim Nays and Mary Jane was a Benson, all right? She married Jim Nays. So Mary Jane and Jim Nays, the next person on that tree that came down that connects us for Mary Jane. Now, Francis gave birth to Mary Jane Benson. Francis gave birth to Mary Jane Benson, and from that tree right there came my great-grandmother. It got left out a couple times over here. Catherine Benson. She was a Benson before she was a Moore. She married Jerry Moore. So it's Catherine Benson. That's my great-grandmother. Then my grandmother was Florence Moore, and she married John Underwood. That's how the Underwoods came into play. My mother, Catherine Underwood, married my father, Aaron Murkison, and gave birth to me. So that's my auntie right there. That's my uncle right there. And again, my mother's not here, but she's going to be here later on this week. Underwoods and Moores. And the Bensons preceded them, and the Nays preceded them. So we're all interconnected. It's a spider web, but it branches out in the tree. That's why we call it, it's a family tree, because there's so many branches going out there. And we connect. I'm going to leave y'all with this real quick. The reason why, we could have very easily just said, okay, we're going to have an Underwood family reunion. Now, if we just had the Underwood family reunion, all the Bensons would have been cut out. All the Nays would have been cut out because they're on a different branch. I said, no, we're losing too much of the family like that. That's why we stretched it out and called it the Nays and Benson family reunion, so we could go back as far as we could to find out who our family was. And as far as we can go back with 1841 and 1844 to Jim and Francis Nays. You got that?
All
right, thank you.